Hello, everyone. This is David, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we've done and probably where we're going from here. So it's been a little while since I posted anything, and I kind of just took some time off. Producing a podcast basically every day for an entire month was very kind of wore me out really quick. I had to watch a lot of movies in a very short amount of time, in addition to all the stuff I do on a regular daily basis, just to get it all in for when Godzilla came out. I know I haven't posted my opinions on Godzilla, but I'll cover those later on, I guess, in this little thing. So, what's in for the future? So, with the first couple seasons, we kind of talked about monsters and kaiju and generally that sort of thing. And that's always going to stay on the plate. I have a personal love in my heart for all things that are monster movies. Even the worst. Well, there are a few exceptions, but for the most part, like, if it is a monster movie or any sort of thing like that, I will love it. If only in a ironic or a so bad it's good kind of way. That being said, I'm probably not going to be posting nearly as often. I'm thinking somewhere between once and twice a week is a more relaxed and reasonable pace. These don't take a ton on my part to make. I mean, obviously there's no visual element or any editing in that regard that goes into it. And again, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not doing this for any sort of compensation or anything. So it's kind of catch as catch can. But I appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in time and time again to watch my reviews. As of a little bit ago, we just passed 1,000 views, which I never thought we'd make it this far. I'm impressed that we have, and I greatly appreciate all of your effort in watching, or listening at least, to me talk about random stuff that happens in movies that you may or may not have ever seen. I know I've got a lot of friends out there, but I also know that a lot of you are people just from YouTube and from the couple people that link me on their things, and for that, it's good to see people that I don't know personally tuning in to listen. Maybe you like what I have to say, maybe you don't agree at all. Either way, thanks for coming to at least view what you saw. So thank you all, and I guess as a little bonus, I'll talk about the new Godzilla movie briefly. I'm not going to tell you the plot or anything, but my general impressions. And my first impression of this movie is very simple. It is a Godzilla movie. Very, very simple, very straightforward. I know some people questioned because, and this is, I don't know how much of a spoiler this is, but the movie's been out for about a month, so. But, so Godzilla's not in the movie as much as people thought. And I thought he was in, enough. In movies like this, I believe in less is more sort of approach. If you show Godzilla too much, we're going to see the flaws with him being on the camera the whole time. It's better to show a little bit at a time. And to be fair, he is in the film for a lot of it. It's just he's not smashing cities and whatnot. And also, Godzilla is not a bad guy in this one. He is a quote-unquote good guy. Which is interesting. And he fights other monsters called Mutos. You've probably heard of it. And the Mutos were done well. I liked the way they were done, although they were reminiscent of other monsters we've seen in previous movies. Cloverfield is one that comes to mind. They look fairly similar in color and appearance. Not exactly, but close enough where you can draw that similarity pretty easily. And so it was a fun ride. An issue a lot of people had was Bryan Cranston really isn't in it, and that's a lot of people didn't like that. I never watched the stuff he was in, so I'm not like a big Bryan Cranston fan, so I didn't really care. Although his parts are very good. Dr. Shirazawa is in this. Don't know his relation to the previous Dr. Shirazawa, so that was fun. A lot of little winks and nods to the original, which I liked. And so it was a fun time. I suggest if you're a kaiju fan, you've probably already seen it, honestly. You're probably going to have to check it out. And I hope, I've heard they've already greenlit a sequel. That'll be interesting to see what happens from there. And We'll see where this all goes. And I have some interesting theories about Godzilla in this, but as far as I'm concerned, they're just me postulating things kind of almost at almost like on a philosophical level about Godzilla. And it's like there's no real evidence to support any of these ideas I have. I'll give you the first one, and that is that Godzilla isn't out to destroy people. Like, he actually goes to great lengths not to smash cities and whatnot, if possible. Like, he could cause a lot more damage, but he just doesn't. So that led me to think about something. And that is, where did all these giant monsters come from, and where did they go? Because obviously Godzilla can't be killed by anything. Okay? You just can't. And the other critters that are in this, the Mutos, are pretty indestructible as well. Now, my thought is that, and this is all theoretical, there's no evidence in the movie to support this, and this isn't a spoiler for anything. Based on everything I saw in the movie, I was led to believe, or at least feel, that perhaps Godzilla is some sort of product of a pre-human civilization that created him as a way to deal with these Mutos. Perhaps. And other associated monsters. Again, this is just a crazy idea I had in my head after having seen this movie. It actually is very reminiscent of the Gamera plotline. More so than Godzilla, but I don't know, maybe that's where they'll go with it. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and he's just a giant radioactive dinosaur that's just, not a complete ass. Who knows? I guess we'll find out more in the sequel whenever it comes out, probably in about 2 years. So 2016 maybe? That'd be kind of cool. 2 years to see another Godzilla movie. Maybe it'll be 2017. I don't know. It's a fun time. But anyway, yeah, so that's my general impressions on Godzilla. It was pretty good. Definitely go check it out. And thank you all for tuning in and watching. And we're going to have some new reviews coming up pretty soon. So I'll see you all at the reviews.